Today is November 7th, 2024, and the time is 6 p.m. This is the Acushnet Planning Commission. This meeting is being recorded for future viewing on the town YouTube channel, and we're not live tonight. Can I get a motion to open the meeting?
Motion to open the meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Everybody's here tonight. Can we introduce ourselves, please?
Victoria Alfaro, Town Planner.
Peter Guyappa, member. Steve Boucher, member.
Mark Francois, Chairman.
Brian Deschamps, member.
Rick Ellis, Vice Chairman.
Okay. Next is the meeting minutes from October 17th. Peter, you were absent. Everybody else was here. Did everybody get a chance to look this over? Any questions, comments, concerns? I'll give you a second to look it over. I read through it and everything looked good to me.
I would make a motion that we approve the minutes as written.
I have a motion.
Second.
I have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, moving right along. Other topics, review and vote on covenant, 39 Keene Road, Angelo Drive subdivision. As you all are aware, I think it was the last meeting, we approved the 6-lot subdivision on Keene Road. We have a covenant written up. Basically, a covenant is security, so the builder doesn't just run off with all the money and doesn't build a subdivision. So this covenant is basically holding all 6 lots of the subdivision. And then we'll see how it progresses. Victoria has written this up. We have, the proponents already looked it over and approved it. Does anybody have any questions, issues with holding all 6 lots of the Keene Road subdivision?
So, if I'm understanding this correctly, until we're holding all 6 lots, until the road is, and the utilities are in place except for the top coat, right? Is that how I'm?
Yes. Basically everything, yeah, right? It's when,
Yeah, so sometimes what'll happen is a developer might come back to the board and say, hey, I've done X amount of work, this is the estimate that's left, can we release 2 lots, can we release 3 lots? And the board will take that under consideration and compare, so sometimes it's not all at once, they don't just keep all lots till the end, sometimes it's like in increments you release them. But it really depends on the developer and what they request.
and how much they've gotten done.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But they still gotta meet a certain amount before that kicks in, correctly? Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's up to the board what you release. So
Okay.
they will have to prove to you that they did a substantial amount of work to justify the release of however many lots they're requesting.
And then they'll come back also with an estimate of what is left, a dollar amount of what is left to complete. And then, again, we take that into consideration, knowing how much a lot is worth
Right.
and how much we say hold on and how many there. they wanted to release.
So, yeah, I mean, the way it's basically all utilities are in, base course is down for the roadway, prior to issuing any occupancy permit, so at that point, from the way I'm reading this, and they've got 2 years to do the final coat, the top coat. So we wouldn't be releasing anything until that, we wouldn't be releasing, at very least, the last lot until
Right,
the top coat is done.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
yep. I'm good with it.
And
Rick's probably got more experience than all of us with this stuff.
I mean, generally, that's the way we've done it here in town.
It's the first time I dealt with this, so that's why I'm kind of,
It's when they get a couple of sales ready.
Yep.
And they've built a substantial amount of the road.
Right.
Generally, they ask for releases. When it gets down to the last 2 or 3, well, then you have to look at it a little bit more closely.
Gotcha.
Was there I've lost the place now.
Sorry.
Okay, it says failing to complete construction and installation within the time specified herein. Is there a time specified herein to complete the subdivision? I know there was a time that he's, within 2 years after the base course, they're supposed to have the final paved course down, but,
Which part are you looking at?
let's see, would be number 9. It says failure at the middle of the paragraph, I'll pick it up there. Failure to complete construction and installation within the time specified herein or such later date as may be specified by vote of the planning board with written concurrence of the covenantor. I was just looking for, other than the requirement to put the final paving on within 2 years after the installation of the base course, is that the only time frame in here?
Yes, that's the only time frame in here, but in our regs, they have 8 years to complete the subdivision.
Okay.
You gonna vote? Your motion?
I'll motion to approve the covenant as presented to the planning board by the town planner.
I'll second it.
Got a motion, we got a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Unanimous. Okay, moving along. Town planner update, is there any update from the town planner?
Just that we're gonna kick off the master plan in a couple weeks, an official meeting with Serped.
That's good news to get that going. No other businesses come in the last 48 hours. Our next meeting is Thursday, December 5th. Before we adjourn, is there something you would like to approach and discuss? Okay.
I've just got a quick question about the solar field on 105. Are they gonna replace the trees that are all dead this year, or is that something they're waiting till the spring to do?
Now, 105 is Robinson Road. Actually, I think there was an email from
Yes.
them. They were gonna do it now,
Mm-hmm.
and I think you gave them a nice little comment saying that's fine, but if they die between now and next year,
Yeah, you have to
you're gonna have to replace them
Yes.
again.
Yes.
So did she ever come back saying that they were gonna try to replace them this year, or are they gonna wait until the spring?
They didn't say, so I imagine they're gonna move forward, but she didn't confirm after that.
Yeah, I know which ones you're talking about, and Victoria did reach out to Nexamp, I think it is, and they did say, and like I was just saying, I read the email saying they were gonna come out and replace the trees that were dead, and Victoria kindly said, that's fine and great, but if they don't survive the winter, you're doing it again in the spring. And so they're aware.
If it was 1 or 2, but it's like a couple of dozen.
It's quite a few, yeah, it's quite a few, and I don't know, I mean, to replace them now.
It's pretty hard to get plantings like that to grow without watering them.
Care.
Yeah, all the time.
If you don't, I mean, especially the the more tree-like things, they've got to have regular watering for 2 years is the best, but at least a year.
Yeah, no, you do.
Um,
You can't just throw them in the ground and forget
no,
about them.
no,
Hopefully they grow.
they just die.
Yeah, so, I mean, hopefully they see that after replacing these dozen and they hire somebody to come out and water them regularly until they take, or they're just gonna keep replacing trees.
So they're gonna get bigger by the year, they'll be replacing them too.
Yeah. Yeah, so, but they are aware, and, like I said, whether they get them done this year, we'll see. Keep you posted on that.
I mean, ideally, whoever plants them, they have to hire them to water them
Yeah.
at some interval.
Yeah.
If there's no truck out there spraying water over the things,
No.
you'll be planting for a long time
Yeah,
before
it's
they all take.
Especially if you plant now in the winter time, they're going dormant now, so it'd be.
Yeah, I mean, now's not a growing time of the year, so.
anyways. No. Okay, anything else, gentlemen?
No.
Okay, our next meeting is Thursday, December 5th. Hope you guys all have a great Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Can I get a motion?
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.